guys, thanks for subscribing to my channel firstly, and secondly, this is another huge Vista resin encapsulation project that I've done, and this is for my shop really to show people the process of resin and what you can achieve. If you see my other videos, you'll see other stuff I've done in the past. This one I'm just going to do a live finish for you guys so you can see how I finish it, but also the journey that this walnut has gone on to get to this stage is a very long process. You've got the stages of it in its natural live edge form, so this is classed as a cookie, and it had its bark around the edge, it had rots in the middle, hence the hole. So there's a process of cleaning that, getting all the edge off. I put it on the CNC to flatten it, so that's called facing, so it had all that done to it. You then have to build your mould for your resin, then you have to make sure your resin mould is watertight, and then you've got the encapsulation, the pour, the mixing, the colour, and then you've got the weight to see whether it actually hasn't leaked everywhere. Then you've got the next stage, which is when it's all set. You put it on your CNC, or a lot of people were using what I made was basically a router sledge. Now I've very fortunately got CNC, and you put it on, and then it takes off all the excess that you don't need, makes it completely flat, and then you've got the sanding process. Now the sanding process, I had one of my colleagues come in and went, "Oh, you're on the best bit now. Do you like sanding?" I'm like, no. If I could afford a drum sander, I would buy one tomorrow, just to take out the hours and hours of sanding. It's taken me, I started this at 9:30 in between serving customers, and I got down to, like, I class as my fourth stage by about 11 o'clock in the morning. And then I had a few things to do online, and then come back, had a break because my hands tingle after a while. And then before you blink, you're on your last stage. This is 800 grit, and it's 2:30. There you go. That's how long it takes. So what I do is I get a clean microfiber cloth and take off any last residue of dust, because my workshop is a dusty environment. Even after cleaning it, I've come back half an hour later and there's some residue on there. So always be wary of cleaning off the dust. Airlines are really good for that, for cleaning it, and also obviously doing it in a dust-free environment is the best option, but who's got that these days? Everyone does it in the workshop. So yes, the next stage now, I'm just going to pause the video, get set up, and then you can watch me do it live. It's going to be 2 minutes and I'll get ready. Right, so I'm back with my famous finish. This stuff here is amazing. I don't use anything else now unless it's a completely different finish, as in glossy, than Odies oil. So open your jar, get knocked out by the smell of lemon curd, give it a good mix. Don't be afraid to use your spatula, get right in there, give it a good mix up. Once you've been stirring it for a couple of minutes, scourer, but not the green one, the white one. You don't want the green ones because it will leave a green residue. Get your scourer, get your Odies oil. I find it's easier to put it on the scourer, and you can clean off your stick. Make sure there's no bits and bobs on there. And then, I'm not going to say anything now, I'm going to let the Odies oil do the talking. And here we go, guys. I don't know who's more excited, me or you. just go around in little circles. I kind of leave the edges because I've got to flip it, and I do the edges last. What I love about this is deciding what's going to be the top and the bottom. And this is a little hint to Odies Oil. If you're going to make any more like products and stuff, can you make an apron or something? Because my belly is totally Odies safe when I'm leaning over, oiling up my belly. Got a great tip for you as well. Always what's that, a bit of wind coming in there. Always use your arm you don't use very often for doing this. I hope my horrible bald head, you can see it. But there you go. I think for me this is the bottom. And then on my other sort of like social media platforms, I will do the finished result. I'm not going to bore you guys, but I'm going to take the camera off the tripod so you can see, and then I'm going to wait for it to dry for an hour, flip it around the other side, do the other side, buff on, buff off, and then that'll be finished. I'll just get the camera so you can see. There we go. Excuse my fingers. I'll come back in an hour's time, and that should be good to be buffed off. I might do a video of that just to show you how I do it. But there you go, guys. Another Vista resin and Odies oil finish. And remember, the slower you go, the faster you go. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.